Hello and welcome to the Sandstone Way, Day 3. You may be asking yourself, what is the Sandstone Way? Especially if you've not seen any of our other videos on this route. Well, it is a long distance mountain bike route between Berwick-upon-Tweed and Hexham and is around 120 miles or 190 kilometres start to finish. The route follows the Sandstone Ridge in Northumberland and passes through many interesting places. We tackled this route over 4 days, and this leg of our journey takes us from Rothbury to West Woodburn on Day 3. We start outside the Newcastle Hotel in Rothbury, which is where we stayed. The rooms were huge and the food was great, by the way. We head down to Riverside and cross over the river, and begin the day's climbing by tackling Witton Bank Road and then continuing quickly onto Hillhead Road. Be prepared for the early morning climbing, both out of Wooler and Rothbury. If you're not, it can be quite a shock. It's not too long before we turn onto the paths less travelled. If the quest was just to find the Magician's Tower, I think we succeeded quite early in our journey. It isn't too long before we stop climbing and begin to coast along on the tracks. The scenery is fantastic even this close to Rothbury. The designers of the route have selected some great little tracks and trails for us to ride on. I am always surprised by the quiet routes hidden away in remote areas that they manage to find. After the initial climbing out of Rothbury, the routes are quite flat until you get to Simonside, but at this point everything will change. The tree-covered hills in the distance are actually Simonside. After this gentle field crossing, there's a quick descent down into the road, leads straight into Simonside Hills. After crossing the road, we enter the forest around Simonside Hills. After a quick meeting with Sarah and Dougal to pick up some refreshments, we set out on the hill climb. Being almost at the top, we saw a little downhill route and decided to try it out, inadvertently of course. It was a great run down, however, we had to then re-climb the hill. After completing the downhill run, we started the long climb once again back to the top. We rather enjoyed the steady climbing throughout the Simonside Hills area. The scenery was fantastic, as I said earlier, and it got even better the further up the hill you got. This was pretty much the highest point that we reached within the Simonside Hills area, and the views were great in every direction. After reaching the highest point, some good descending can be had if you don't mind navigating the gravel at high speed. Much of today's route is travelling through pine forest or open moorland that's owned by the Forestry Commission. Here's John practicing descending on the gravel bits. Sarah and Doogie were waiting to greet us as we exited the Simonside Hills. I was quite interested in the gallows that you can see now on my left, so I decided to stop and have a closer look. It's not too long before we're back on the roads and head in the right direction again. This is just about where we leave the road again and continue down the old track to the left. We get to try out our descending on gravel technique again here, which is always a good thing. The camera does not really do the steepness of this path justice. You kind of have to see it to believe it. I actually thought I'd have trouble with traction, however I made it to the top without issue. This hill was quite an interesting piece of terrain to cross. It was more like a small pimple in the countryside. The descent was quite steep back down the hill, and also there was a big chunk missing out of it. Here I have actually managed to capture an example of where the camera does not do the terrain full justice. I am plodding down the hill towards the gate, which doesn't look too bad, and when I turn the camera around you get a better example of the steepness of the descent as John struggles to walk his bike down it. After crossing a few more relatively easygoing fields we come to a road. It's the A696, and once again Sarah's managed to calculate successfully where we would pop back out. It was quite interesting watching the dog stop the sheep from wandering off, and I remember thinking to myself there's no way we could get Doogie to do anything like that. Ah, you see, John manages to sneak in front again. The rest of day 3's route for us was over quiet country lanes as we made our way to the accommodation in West Woodburn. Route 68 took us right to the door of the Bay Horse Inn. The upcoming junction is where the Sandstone Way and Route 68 part company. Continue on for Route 68 and turn right for the Sandstone Way. As we continue to descend into East Woodburn, let's have a look at the scores that we gave for Sandstone Way Day 3. I awarded Sandstone Way Day 3 3 wheels. It was around 3 hours and 40 minutes of moving time, and as with the previous Sandstone Way legs, familiarity with the route would have improved these times. For the distance of only 23 miles, we awarded 3 wheels out of 5 for the Rothbury to West Woodburn section of the Sandstone Way. Like Day 2, the terrain was a very mixed bag, with some sharp climbs and some steep descents on various trail surfaces. For this reason, I awarded terrain 4 wheels out of 5. We also gave technical difficulty 3 wheels. There are a few technical sections to overcome, but none too difficult for an avid off-roader. The Simonside Hills area was the favourite part of this section for me. If you make the effort, you will be riding over some very challenging natural terrain. There are also some interesting features to overcome, but I am sure you will enjoy this leg of the Sandstone Way journey. Overall, we gave the Sandstone Way, Day 3, Rothbury to West Woodburn, a score of 4 wheels out of 5. If you do intend to ride the whole, or even part of the Sandstone Way, then please consider making a donation towards funding it, as well as purchasing the official map. I will place a link in the description below. The Sandstone Way is a new route which opened officially in 2015, and it could possibly benefit from additional signage. Make sure that you are carrying your own maps and or GPS device to aid your navigation if you do decide to give this ride a shot. If you have any questions, then you can use the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share. If you want to see more of our cycle routes, then please subscribe. If you want to see more of our Sandstone Way adventures, then links will be available here when the videos are published. If you would like to see another video right away, then feel free to check out our channel Cycle Routes on YouTube. So, until next time, stay safe on those trails and thanks for watching.